Right, we're ready. I've shuffled the trims that I needed to shuffle. I've got the new wires for the high level lights now routed where they're eventually going to go. They will all be hidden away behind some trims when they go in. There was just enough space on this side for the high level indicator wiring. The earth that's running from those will just go to the parcel shelf. I believe that's a suitable earth. If it isn't, I can always run it back down this side to the main earth point on the back of the body. Not going to worry about that right now. I'm going to get as many of these fixings in as I can and get all this down properly. It feels a lot more solid than it has in a long while, which is kind of weird because it's no more solid than it was before. Let's take a little bit of time. We're a bit fiddly. So the ones on this edge back here don't go into captive bolts. These go into ordinary holes. And the fun bit now is going to be lining everything up. Let's get a little screwdriver. Trolling me. There we go. I'm using a 12mm because that's the best socket I've got that fits. For some reason none of my Imperial ones do. Don't know why that would be. The 12mm is probably an Imperial equivalent. I'm going to tighten that all the way. Let's get them all started. Oh no. It's right there. Oh, there we go. I hate this part of these kind of jobs. Always a bit annoying. Why are you... You're not even a threaded hole. Why do I need to screw this in? Is that threaded? That's captive, and that one is captive. So these ones on the corner, these don't have a bolt on the back of them, a nut on the back of them. These are the ones that have the pointy bit on the end of the thread. They're a little bit easier to put in, providing you've got everything lined up. Oh, I'll tell you what, since I put the new felt in, it's a little bit harder to get things to line up. But that's also kind of a good thing. Okay, back to that. A couple of them that are actually nuts and bolts. The two here, and that's for the spare wheel bracket that lives underneath the car. I am having some trouble lining that up. The brackets do seem to be a little bit bent. So this is going to be trickier than usual. Right. Okay. Let's get that one. That's that one. They're a bit horrible to do. Reason being, I might need Pat to help me do these ones. You have the screw up here, and my issue is the length of my arms is only just enough to reach. And then you have to go inside here, and you can see where they're just coming out with the brackets. It's not the easiest. We're making progress though. That's the important thing. Now I've noticed on this board that where these washers are, they leave a little indent in the plywood. And some of these holes have those indents and some don't. So I think maybe somebody put some extra bolts in here that they shouldn't have. And maybe I'm not actually short of anything. It's just that it's had the wrong ones put in. Which wouldn't surprise me. That's interesting. So I'm left with a couple of extras here that I don't really need to put this down into the boot floor fully, which is good. So I'm going to pocket these for now, these extras, and if I find where they go, maybe they do go in here, we'll see, I will fit them. But for now, these are just some extra fixings. We've got everything started, so let's tighten everything down fully. Oh wait, these I need a thing underneath. I don't really know why they opted to do these ones differently, but there will be some logic somewhere with it. Short, maybe. And that one doesn't want to bite. That's that one. Might have to sit on that in a bit. I think this might be the new felt I've put in, might just be, it'll be good because it will compress and these will sit lovely later, but because these are brand new, it's like putting new seals on your doors and they're hard to shut. I think I'm having that problem. This one I'm having trouble getting to line up to, it doesn't seem to want to know. One. It's close. I've got a feeling the thread might be stripped on that one. Not because of anything I've done, I hasten to add, because this had all kinds of muddled up fixings when we got it. Well, that's not too bad. We've just got two awkward ones. In. Right, let's have another crack at that one at the back, see if it wants to play. That's got it. The only one that's a problem really is this corner. And I think it's just the captive nut stripped. That's not biting at all. That's a shame. Oh well. Found some screws suitable for this panel. I don't think this had any fixings in it when we got the car, so I think maybe they were missing. But that's screwed down now, and what you would do if you wanted to access the fuel tank is you unscrew this panel, which then allows you access to this level, and then you unscrew this panel, and then you can get to the sender underneath there. But of course, fuel tank at the moment is where the back seat should be. One more thing to add, just to finish off the boot floor here, and then I can draw a line under this job properly. As seems common with a lot of cars of this period, it has this ribbed rubber matting in the boot, and it's not in the best shape, but it'll certainly do well enough for what we're doing here. And that just hides all the fixings, all the fastenings and everything underneath there. All that hard work, you can't see it. It's underneath a manky rubber mat now. Still, I am happy to call this job done. Of course I've got to put the seat back in, but there's no point me doing that until I've done the high level lights. Thank you for sticking with me through this one. I know this isn't the most exciting part of the project, but it is an important part of it. It does get glossed over, and hopefully if you're working on a car like this, the information you've seen here will help you out a little bit with some of the bits and bobs that you end up facing and the way things go together. It's frustrating sometimes working out the order of all the layers. It's not very user friendly. Still, I'm happy. That's the important thing.